Hey folks, it's Florida Deere, and today we're talking about the John Deere X485. This is yet another tractor I would consider or recommend if you're looking for an older tractor that's pretty capable, that you can get for pretty decent money. I'm going to guess between $3,000 and $5,000 in most markets, although all markets will be a little bit different. Okay folks, so we're going to break this into three sections. First, we're going to go over the specifications on this tractor. And you're looking at a 745cc Kawasaki V-twin, liquid cooled, and also electronic fuel injected. So the cylinders are square. I think they're 3.07 by 3.07 if tractor data is correct. And you can see your filter, your radiator back here, obviously the heads, and this is a shaft driven tractor, as you can see there, which drives the rear hydraulic unit, which acts as a transmission as well. This is a K90 series. I'll put in there whether it's a K90, 91, 92, I can't remember offhand, but they've used this for probably going on 30 years now. The same general unit with some differences. This particular unit has, I think it's rated at 1,000 psi for hydraulic pressure. The flow rate, I don't know. If I can find that, I'll post that as well, but I'm not sure on that right offhand. They do go up, I think the specification allows it to go to 1,500. A lot of guys will up the pressure for loader work. I did the same in my 445. And so that operates not only the transmission, but it also operates, as you can see here, power steering valve, okay? And also operates these two levers right here, in which one has a float. And then those, of course, operate whatever you plug in there, and one of them does operate the deck. Auxiliary hydraulics does have a H3 kit that you can add that goes right here, that will separate the deck and the 3-point from these two levers, so you have a true H3 hydraulic kit. So little plug for him and the kits that he offers. I'll put that in the, I'll put a link in the description for that. And also a little toolbox with a cup holder and a little cell phone charger. And then up here you have obviously the ignition. You have, this is the PTO engagement, brake, this is cruise control, I believe. Then you have your throttle, your lights, and then that button on the floor deck right there is for the traction lock system, so you can lock the rear axle together so you can get some traction in case you're having some issue going up hills or doing some loader work, something like that. You can. So this was no lightweight tractor. It was 845 pounds, and that is without the deck. That's in two-wheel steer mode. If you get an all-wheel steer, it's about 905 pounds. This particular deck is, I think, 263 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's together what you're looking at right there is about 1,100 pounds. And it comes with headlights, has brake lights, plus it has the backup lights, or I guess, I don't know if you'd use those as backup lights or just sort of work lights of some sort. It does have a suspension seat. This was the premium gas model, and you also have a tilt wheel, so you can adjust that and the wheels. And as far as dimensions, in case you were wondering, these things have about a 55-inch wheelbase. They're probably close to 7 feet long, and they're just shy of 4 feet wide. Of course, if you have this deck on there, you're closing in on 6 feet wide. So all right folks, we'll go over the capability now. So these came with a 48, 54, or 62-inch deck, and they also could be optioned with a 45 John Deere loader, which is where you would use these. And you'd use these levers right here, and then again, if you had that splitter for the H3, then you could install that. It's not a really hard installation. I don't have a video for this one, but I do have a video for a 455 H3 install. And you could also option it with a blade up front or a snowblower. So the blade would operate with those hydraulic couplers as well as the snowblower, I would guess. I don't have a whole lot of experience with either one of those, being the fact that the name of this channel is Florida Deere, but you have a big hole in the front axle there for PTO shaft for a snowblower to go through. I believe that's how it works. And then these could be optioned with a 3-point hitch, as sort of mentioned or alluded to with the H3 system, and a rear PTO, 540 PTO, so you could run tillers, either mechanical or hydraulic off of these. You could actually run bush hogs or stump grinders or flail mowers or any number of other 540 PTO equipment, as long as it wasn't too large for the tractor to actually run it. And so let's go through the history and where this fits into the John Deere line. So currently this would be an X730. So if you wanted to see what this would be brand new, you can look up John Deere X730. The one that came after this one was an X720, very similar to the X730. And the one that came before this, which was quite a bit smaller, was the 445, which I owned for a long time. And if you've seen my channel, you've probably seen some videos with the 445. All capable machines, all with Kawasaki V-twins, all electronic fuel injection. So this was the top of the line John Deere in the garden tractor series that you could get. But these are well planted tractors. Despite their size, their center of gravity is still pretty low. They're much better than, I would say, a 1 series as far as center of gravity goes. The capability is not anything close to a 1 series, but the being safe about it and having a lower center of gravity is definitely a deal there. So I think most of these tractors could be had for probably $3,000 to $5,000 in pretty good shape. And if you looked at that X730 price, you can see that that's one heck of a deal. They are very capable tractors. The big expense that you're gonna get in getting these tractors is if you do extra things to them, like getting loaders or tillers or rear PTOs, 3-point hitches. Those are gonna start to really increase the price of them. However, again, that increases the capability of these things as well. So if you did like this video, if you found it helpful and informative, you can hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you wanted to subscribe to the channel and learn a little bit more about John Deere garden tractors or the John Deere 1 series, you can hit the subscribe button as well. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye.